It was the middle of spring in Los Angeles, California. The breeze was moist, and the skies had been dark and cloudy all day. Alas, the long-awaited rain began to pour sometime late in the afternoon. After his class, Professor Connery wrapped up on his day at the university. He stood under the shade, opening his umbrella. The streets were empty, and the weather perfect to enjoy a walk home. But as he stepped into the heavy raindrops, he heard a voice behind him. "Are you Professor Henry Connery?" Professor Connery turned around to see a young woman soaking in a raincoat. "Yes, I am. And you are?" "Hello, I'm Erica Hill. I wanted to consult you about something." "Do you want to speak here in the rain, or would you prefer a place where everything is a little more dry and cozy?" "Yeah, sure. Then let's go back to my office." Professor Connery escorted Erica inside to the third floor of the university. "Professor, you're back? I'll be a while longer. Would you please send 2 cups of coffee to my office?" "Sure, Professor." Professor Connery hung up his umbrella, while Erica too took off her wet raincoat and took a seat. In just moments, his assistant dropped by with coffee. "Thank you, Bella. The weather today is perfect for a hot cup of coffee." "Thank you, Professor. So tell me, how is everything?" "I really don't know how to explain what I've been going through. Everyone finds it difficult to believe the things that have happened in my life. I'm afraid if I tell you, you might also misunderstand me. You might start to think I'm insane, just like everyone else. But from what I've heard about you, it felt like you were the only person who would understand. That's why I've come all the way here. Don't worry about anything. Without any fear of judgment, relax and just open up, speak your mind. Everyone thinks I've become mentally insane. They can't trust me, my relatives, my friends, and now even my husband. But I know I'm not insane. No matter how much I've tried to explain, no one wants to believe that I see someone. I have a protector that looks just like me. I know it's not in my mind. She's real. I've seen her." "Your protector? Someone that looks just like you? Like your twin sister?" "No, Professor. At one point, I assumed the same. But when I asked my parents, they assured me that I never had a twin sister. I'm their only child." "When do you see her?" "Whenever I'm in trouble." "And when did this all start?" "It was almost 15 years ago. My parents and I had gone to our family farmhouse in Silverton, Oregon for a family reunion. I was 11 at the time, and I had grown up in the city my entire life. When I got there, I saw how different everything was. It was acres and acres of cornfields, woods, and farm animals. "Hey there, Erica. You've sure grown up a lot. I'm Uncle Gus. Remember me?" "Not really, but hello, Uncle Gus. How about I take you out to the old barn house? There's a waterfall over there. You've probably never been to a place like that before." "Waterfall? Cool, okay." Uncle Gus was a distant relative of mine. I had heard of him before, but that was the first time we actually met. I followed him across the field into the woods, where we stopped at the old cabin. But after we got there, I realized he took me there with far different intentions. This cabin is the best place to spend alone time. You can't hear anyone, and no one can hear you. "Why are you locking the door? I want to go back." "How about we play a little game first?" When he advanced towards me, I didn't know what to do. I tried to push him, but he threw me onto the ground. I thought I would never escape from there. But then I heard a noise from outside the cabin. All of a sudden, she broke the door open and came inside. I'll never forget what I saw. She was exactly like me. The hair, the eyes, the clothes. She picked up one of the logs and hit Gus on the head, while I ran away. "What happened to your uncle after that?" When I returned, I told my parents what he tried to do, about the girl that looked just like me, and everything that happened, but they hardly believed me. They went to see the matter and found Uncle Gus had been badly injured in the cabin. He told them that he had only brought me there to show me around, and I heard him like that. I kept telling everyone it wasn't me, but her, the girl that looked like me. But Uncle Gus said there wasn't anyone else there. Is this the only time you saw her? No, I saw her again, in my freshman year in college, almost 7 years later. I had joined the track team, and after my usual training session, I usually freshened up in the locker room. But that day, I noticed a few other students had been talking about me behind their back. While I was in the locker room, they suddenly all cornered me. Jessica? She's right there. That's her. So Ron was staring at you on the field. You think you're pretty? What? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Really? Maybe we can make you understand how not to steal someone's boyfriend. Alexa, you have a trimmer, don't you? This girl has such nice hair. I'd like to have a lock. You guys are misunderstanding. I didn't do anything. They had nearly caught hold of me when I heard someone suddenly banging on all the lockers from behind. It was her. She stormed in and started a fight with the girls. She didn't spare a single one of them. And this time also, only you saw her. What did they see? Did they see your protector, guardian? No, they wouldn't admit it. The authorities came in when they heard the noise. They found the bathroom stalls broken and the girls injured. But when they asked them, they said that they were just joking around with me when I started the fight, and in the process, everything got damaged. What happened after that? I didn't see her for the rest of my college years, but it was rather recently, almost a year back, on the night of my wedding. She visited me. My family and my in-laws had booked a hotel for the wedding, and I was in my room getting ready for the ceremony. It happened sometime in the evening. I was sitting by the dressing table when the lights all went off, and I suddenly saw her reflection in the mirror. When I turned around, she was right there, standing in front of me, staring right at me. Who are you? Why do you look just like me? You're so happy, aren't you? You're going to trust someone else with your life? What do you want from me? Nothing. I won't meet you ever again. All of a sudden, it felt as if everything flashed before my eyes, and I fainted. What happened, Erica? She was here. I saw her. I saw her again. But she was gone. Did you lose consciousness every time you saw her? The first time, I fainted after I ran away from the cabin. The second time, I suddenly blacked out. And the third time, I fainted seeing this light. Was that the last time you saw her then? I thought I would never see her. I thought she was gone for good, but I saw her again. After my marriage to Joshua, we moved to a nice, peaceful neighborhood in San Francisco. Everything about that place, our new house, was perfect, except for our neighbor, Simon. The first time we met him was when he came to welcome us when we moved in. Hello, I'm Simon Garrett, your neighbor. Nice to meet you. I'm Joshua, and my wife Erica, she's actually busy with everything. As you can see, we still have a lot of work left. How about I help you out? The more hands, the better. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Over time, Joshua and Simon became good friends. He invited him over on game nights to barbecues for a drink. But I never liked Simon, because I would often spot him staring at me. And when Joshua wouldn't be home, Simon would often come over to the house for no apparent reason. Hello, Erica. I hope I didn't bother you. That's alright, but Josh isn't back from work yet. Oh, no, I wasn't here to meet him. I just wanted to ask you if it's alright if I use your hose. My one got damaged and Yeah, sure. I tried to avoid speaking to him too much, and for the most part, I was busy with my own life. I'm a teacher at the local elementary school, and I'm usually not home until 5 o'clock. And Joshua returns home within a few hours of me returning. Everything was going fine, but it was one day that Joshua told me he would be going on a business trip out of state. Do you really have to go? You know how many creeps are in this neighborhood. Creeps? Sweetheart, this is the best neighborhood we can live in. It's safe here. I don't think so. What creep? Are you talking about Simon? I know he's a little eccentric, but he's not a creep. He's my buddy. Well, I don't like your buddy. And as I expected, while Joshua was away, Simon came over to the house again. This time, quite late in the evening. Simon, Joshua's not home. He won't be back till tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I just came to return some supplies I borrowed from him. It's pretty heavy. May I come in? You can leave them out. No, I don't think you should leave these out. It might rain, or it might even get stolen. Let me just drop it in. It'll save you the hassle. I was reluctant, but Simon kept on insisting, so I allowed him in. When he started staring at me again, I got a bad feeling. And I stayed in my kitchen where all the knives were just in case. Fortunately, Simon just left that evening. I was relieved, and I went on with my chores and my housework. But later that night, when I had gone to bed, I heard a noise from downstairs. When I hurried out, I was horrified to see Simon in the house. He had broken in through the back door. Simon, no, don't do this. I just wanted to see if you were okay. I felt like my heart would leap out of my chest when he stepped towards me. But that's when she showed up again. She threw him onto the ground. I called the police immediately and informed Joshua what happened. But by the time the police arrived, she was gone and Simon was badly injured. His arm dislocated. He had bruises on his head. Neither did the police nor Joshua believe me when he returned the next day. What happened? Joshua, you told me to return the supplies, so I came this evening and gave the box to Erica, and then I left. But a few hours late into the night, I started hearing a sound as if someone were screaming. So I came here to check if Erica was alright. When she didn't open the door, I thought something had happened, and I got in through the back door. That's when she attacked me like this. When Joshua came home from the hospital, he didn't believe a word I said. No, it wasn't me. He broke into the house. He tried to take advantage of me. That's when that girl came. She looks just like me, but she's not me. I'm not her. Erica, that's enough. You have to stop making up these stories. Now, not only my parents, my relatives, say I'm mad, but even my husband thinks I've gone insane. He doesn't trust a word I say, and our relationship is only getting worse. I don't know what to do anymore. What is happening with me? Professor Connery looked at Erica for a while. Nothing. None of this really happened. There is no protector. Your friends, your family, your husband, all these people are right to disbelieve in your stories. These are but a falsified version of what might have really happened. Stories you concocted in your mind because you have gone mad. No, I'm saying the truth. All this did happen. Erica, you know it didn't happen. Maybe your uncle didn't do anything that day. He really did just want to show you around, but you misunderstood him and blamed him for something he didn't do. Maybe that neighbor did only come to return something, but you intentionally lured him to the house so you could blame him because of your suspicious nature, that people are always conspiring against you, when they're really not. In fact, your husband has all the right to fear you. You've gone mad. You are insane. Who knows who you might harm, who you might blame through your absurd stories? No, I love my husband. I never harmed anyone in my life. I didn't do anything. As Erica anxiously tried to speak in her defense. All of a sudden, she and Professor Connery heard a strange laughter from outside the office room. The door slowly creaked open. And she walked in, taking a seat right next to Erica. It was her. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.